He's combative, he's colorful, and he's controversial. Our CBS Morning's colleague Tony Dokoupil is talking with Dave Portnoy, the man behind Barstool Sports.
The boss's office is a mess.
I have to say, this is a terrible office.
The worst.
The headquarters resemble a frat house.
It's got a dorm vibe.
And faces aren't so familiar.
And I don't even know who this guy is, so it's like...
Welcome to Barstool Sports.
So this is Barstool.
This is it, all its glory. Okay, emergency press conference.
A digital age company that is a force in American culture. At the center of it is Dave Portnoy.
You have some pencil pusher in some ivory tower laughing at you.
Somebody who knows anything about
you.
A reigning king of content and controversy.
You like a fight.
I don't like a fight.
You don't like a fight.
I don't go out of my way. But if you are going to pick a fight with me, I will do anything I can to ruin you. August 27th, 2003 is the birthday of Barstool.
What was once a free weekly newspaper of gambling tips, founded out of his mom's basement in 2003, is now an online empire.
Everything we do is real, authentic, and unfiltered.
Worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
So how do you explain it to the average person, Barstool? What is it?
If you're sitting at a bar watching a game with your buddies, anything you would talk about, that's what we're recording, how people interact with each other normally.
And that's really what it is. Podcasts and streaming shows of exactly that. People talking about pretty much anything. Football, trivia, movies, food.
One bite, everybody knows the rules.
Like Portnoy's own One Bite pizza reviews.
This is as good as anything I've had in Manhattan. We have a bunch of, hopefully, creative, funny, talented people, and we let them just run wild. And it's managing that ship.
As for managing himself, well, he doesn't hold back.
Best boss ever.
Yeah, he's a kiss up.
What is it inside that tells you, I don't care?
I feel like I have a good moral compass, so I don't care what people say. I never have.
Over the years, that's led to outrage and accusations that Portnoy is just another online troll. Sexist, racist, and as alleged by a 2021 article about his sex life, rough and demeaning in bed. Allegations he flat out denies and have never led to charges.
Almost every time your name is in the New York Times, it says Dave Portnoy, comma, who has a history of racist and sexist remarks, close comma, whatever they're talking about. You object to that?
I object strenuously to that, and I hate them. They're the ones who have said it, or people who don't like me. I feel like virtually every single criticism, and some of them are brutal, have context around them that a fair-minded person, if they looked at the evidence, would be like, what they're saying about him is just not true. But once it's said, it will never go away.
Raised in a liberal Jewish home outside of Boston, Portnoy now represents a movement in conservative politics. A young, mostly male fan base who turned away from Democrats and voted for Donald Trump.
So, what happened to the Democrats? Why did they lose so many young men?
People often think I have the answer. My nutshell is generally they were very anti-normal guys. Like if you, there's
what do you mean normal guys?
Yeah, it's okay.
Are
to
you
be
saying
like,
there's only one way to be a guy?
If that girl's hot, hey, that girl's hot. I want to drink. I want to party. I like frat parties. I like that. That was all bad. Like, and to be honest, it's the white guy, and this sounds, but was the bad guy. Became the bad guy. And there's a lot of white dudes who are like, well, I'm not the bad guy. Like, what are you getting mad at me for? I wasn't here for colonialism or any of the stuff that you guys are complaining about 200 years ago. Like, what did I do? And even with the Trump stuff, he won the election, and you had a candidate basically calling you a deplorable, or you're a Nazi if you vote for Trump. I don't know if they use that exact word, but it felt like that.
Lately, though, Portnoy has been in the headlines not for crossing a line, but for his efforts to draw one. on anti-Semitism.
I've seen in my own experience, just being Barstool, the difference between how much hate I get. I mean, occasionally you get, hey, kike or Jew or whatever. It's every day now. Like, there's a definitive shift in what's going on. So yes, now I for me, being a Jewish person, like you gotta step up. You're kind of someone people look up to in the Jewish community. You have to be like, all right, this is not normal, ha with the guys. People are coming in with real hate.
How do you explain that line to people?
It's a tough one, and sometimes they always don't get it.
And just last week, a man was arrested for using an anti-Semitic slur at Portnoy while he was taping a video in Mississippi.
The success of Barstool and yourself is based on not being afraid to offend, right? Speech is speech, a joke is a joke. Do you see a connection between what you unleashed and what you now have to deal with?
No, because I think Barstool and myself has always had a pretty good moral compass. So we've never stood for hate or anything of that ilk. I mean, do I think that feminists should complain about a Diet Coke can being skinny and that somehow is like leading to a eating disorder by Diet Coke having a skinny can? That I think is crazy. And there are things that I think people get far too worked up, like he, she, verbs, like crazy to me. Making jokes that you are trying to hurt people's feelings and are based in hate, that's never flown with us. I'll talk more politics, probably unfortunately becoming my dad.
He's voted for Trump 3 times. Still, Portnoy, who supports abortion rights, says these days he's disgusted by politics.
I mean, who the heck would want to get into politics anyways? Like, people always ask me that. It's like, hey, what, are you crazy? You can get more done as a private citizen. Everyone just hates your guts. And I don't know why half these people, I feel like it gets the worst candidates, period. 99% of politicians are scumbags. But, you know, you look at what happened to Charlie Kirk. Serious stuff. Like, I don't want that in my life.
It's at that level, okay.
Well, if you get into politics,
Yeah.
like if that's what you're doing.
Look, I just met with Governor Shapiro. Like, he had his house burned down.
Shapiro, somebody tried to kill Trump. Charlie Kirk assassinated. Pelosi's husband. I mean, I like my life.
Portnoy is legally separated and has no plans for kids. He does give back, boosting small businesses all over the country with his pizza reviews.
This is good pizza.
And with the tens of millions of dollars he raised for them during the pandemic.
Can I hug you? Hug it out.
But at 48, he doesn't trust much of anything, including the media, which made me wonder.
Here we are. Why say yes to an interview like this?
It was primarily because I loved the show. And even on the way over here, I'm like, you know, if this turns into a hit piece on me, which happens a lot with reporters, and it's like, oh, that stunk. I think it'd still be worth it to be on CBS Sunday Morning. It's just part of, if you love a show, you want to be part of it. Now, if it turns ugly, I'll probably hate the show after, but at least I'll be on it.